Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new video. Welcome to Avia Park, Russia's largest shopping center. Now, you just saw me coming on in the entrance right there. I thought I'd do a little bit of a different introduction. So yeah, we're gonna go head off today and check out and see what H&M is like. Now, I've heard it's open. It's just down the way from where I'm walking here, so we're going to go for a little walk around and check it out and just have a feel what the shopping center's like in general here at the largest shopping center in Russia. Okay, let's head on and let's find out, shall we? So we've finally made it down to the lower level of H&M, and they've actually got one of the entrances completely closed off, which is basically exit only. You can see people coming outside with bags. We can see shoppers wandering around. This is actually a huge H&M as well, so even though they've actually got a lot of people inside, you wouldn't sort of notice it too much. And just ahead of us here, on the other entrance, you're going to see where people are lining up down the corridor. And what they're doing, they're letting people in around about 10 or 15 kind of lots at the same time. And then they close the door again, so to speak. But the one thing that's definitely noticeable is all the sale signs have been removed, all the discount signs are gone, and from what we hear, the prices have been raised a fair bit, and they've got some things on sale. Now we're just going to walk around this tree right here. Now, yeah, they've got some things on sale, but it's basically from increased prices. So they're kind of letting us sort of think it's discounted, but it's really not. So have a look here. So there's probably about 100 or so people lining up. So it's not as busy as I thought it would be, but still, there's obviously a lot of H&M fans who really want to come here now. They basically opened yesterday. Now, there's a little bit of conjecture about when they did open because there was people queuing from Monday, and then the stores didn't eventually open. They obviously weren't ready, considering they've been closed for how many months? And then they weren't ready on the day they said they were going to open. So yeah, check this out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go upstairs and see if there's a similar kind of line upstairs on the upper level. So here at this mall, they actually have a H&M Home, and this hasn't opened. So it's basically only the clothing, accessories, apparel, and then the H&M store, or the home store, is not open. Looks very nice though. They've got the lights on, everything's sort of neatly arranged. They've took away all the plastic from the windows. So I wonder what's going to happen here if they're going to open this at some point and allow all this to be sold off. This is a big store as well. It goes right into the back there. So heading up to the second level, I just walked past Marks & Spencer, which is the very famous British brand. So these guys have got 70% off because they're meant to be selling through all of their stock. But there's definitely nobody lining up outside. There's definitely not the excitement and the buzz that's around H&M. It's a very kind of unknown brand in Russia. If you compare it to the popularity of this in England and in other cities in Europe, you know, they've got the sale going on, they've got the markdowns, and there's still little to nobody inside. Now, although this strangely looks like the lower level, we're actually up on the upper second level here, and there's a line also. So all the kind of smart people like me who would think that the upstairs may not be as busy. It's a fully connected store, by the way, so you can go in through upstairs or downstairs, and there's an escalator inside, but you'll see here they've got a couple of security guards. It's pretty straightforward. There's actually no exit up here, so you have to go out through downstairs. And then this is a little bit more of the kids' wear on the upper level, but there's definitely a line, definitely people queuing up. And definitely people eager to come shopping at H&M here in Moscow, Russia. So check that out. Yeah, this is the upstairs level. So all the shops around that are fully open as well. So No problems. Check it out. How excited are people to come shopping? They've been, 3 months waiting for this? So, there we go. There's a bit of a pause now while they let a few more people out so they can kind of control the numbers in the store and it's not so hectic, which completely understandable. Now, something kind of interesting here. So this is the line for H&M. Now, right across here were some shops that were actually closed going back a few weeks ago. So this is Sinsay. And then over here is one of the sister shops, which is called Cropped, which now they've got CR on here. Now, these were a Polish brand, which essentially sold out to a Chinese consortium, is the way it was described in their press release. And it's kind of interesting. So these guys would probably benefit now a little bit from the passing traffic as we... Oh, I thought we just caught them going on in, but that was the group of 10 or so that went in on that line just there. So the third store in this Polish brand's kind of chain of stores, Sinsay Cropped, was Reserved. And they've actually rebranded this store now to RE. I don't know how creative that was, but they've simply just sort of took the sign down and put a new sign up. And part of the handover from, I guess, the Polish to the Chinese was they can continue selling all of the products. They basically acquired everything all in, right down to the pens on the office desk. And they can continue trading even with all existing products. And then eventually then they'll have to source their own products to continue the brand on. But it's kind of interesting. There's RE right there. And then have a look right on the door. They've still got it Reserved right up on the window there, so they haven't removed everything just yet. So just continue on the theme of closed and open stores. So Starbucks in this shopping mall has been closed now for a few months, but it's just recently been announced that there is a buyer for the brand in Russia. It can't obviously trade a Starbucks coffee, but there is a very, very wealthy Russian businessman who's actually the owner of Black Star Burgers. And he's actually a famous singer here in Russia. And he and his business partners have basically bought all of the business of Starbucks as is, all the equipment, everything in the store, all the chairs, tables, pens, everything. And then they can basically reopen them, obviously without the Starbucks brand, but very soon they'll be back open again. So being that this is the largest shopping mall in Russia, this is Avia Park. They've actually got a Starbucks downstairs, almost next to the one I just was at. And then they've got Costa Coffee doing good trade on this first level. And it actually goes up to level 3, level 4. And this is a massive shopping center. If anyone hasn't watched any of my other videos on Avia Park, and then check this out. We won't get this in one frame here. We can definitely see how busy and how big the shopping center is. And this big roof over the top right here, but it has a world record for this aquarium right here. And it's the largest cylindrical aquarium in the world. Have a look at it. Now, depending on the time of day when you come here, it goes right up to the roof. And there's a gantry right there where the scuba divers walk across. And they go into their kind of little change room and put their gear on. And they come back in the tank and they swim around and feed the fish and do a bit of cleaning and maintenance. But this is Avia Park. Beautiful shopping center here in Moscow. Now I thought I'd point out a few more stores here. So this has been noted quite a few times in different videos that I've made about Apple. Now Apple doesn't have official stores in Russia, and they haven't for quite a few years, but they've got premium resellers. Now this is on the lower floor here. But they're open. There isn't too many people inside, but here in Russia you can buy Apple products in pretty much every phone retailer. So where you get your SIM cards or your mobile phone plan, you can buy your phones there. There's a lot of places to buy Apple products, more than just at that Restore downstairs there. But I want to point out Gap here and Gap Kids. Now this is a very well-known American brand which essentially it hasn't kind of made any effort to, I guess, close or walk away or whatever you want to call this sanctions, if you like. But there isn't too many people inside, but still interesting to point out the Gap store right here, being such a very well recognized American brand. And there's not too many people ahead of me here where I've walked. There is a lot of people in the shopping center though, even downstairs there. But again, the largest shopping center in Russia is sometimes not going to feel busy, even though it's as big as it is. Now, this is kind of an interesting signboard here, which gives you all the shops on the different levels, level 1 to level 4. What they've actually done is they put a red cross next to the stores that they know are closed. And obviously the ones without the red cross are open. You see Adidas there, Adidas, Nike, Reebok. No, I think that's just Reebok. But yeah, we know that the H&M is open. We've seen that, but there's quite a few X's. Now let's just swing around here, and fairly sure this is repeated. But yeah, it's just interesting to see this, that they've kind of gone ahead and made people aware that stores are closed versus stores that are open in Avia Park here in Moscow. Now, I just popped into the Ashan here in the shopping center. This is the huge 2-level Ashan. And this is actually on the upper level, which is all the kind of non-food items. And they've got this huge display of photocopy paper. Now, why it's relevant to this video is there's a lot of talk about this around the world in social media and news that Russia was going to run out of paper. And then we're going to run out of ink and things like that. And then they've got this huge stack here. Now, rarely do you see places selling A3 photocopy paper. But they've got it right there. But it's even on special, marked down to 299 rubles, which is around about, is that about $5? And there's this big stack of it. Now, I've actually come in here because I forgot my power cable for my phone to charge it up to keep filming. So come and grab one of these kind of generic ones so I can keep filming and not have to end the video early. Now, as I head down to the lower level to pay for my cable here, I just thought I'd point out just how big this place is, because it's really not possible to get an idea of it now. This is the entire upper level here, which has no food, drinks, beer, anything like that. Even the homeware, stuff like cat food, dog food, cleaning products, beauty, personal care is all up here. So downstairs it's purely food. But if you can think of it as an American point of view, you've got a Walmart with a Walmart on top of it. Now think of it that way. I think that's probably the best way to look at it. Now Australia, I guess you'd sort of look at a big Coles supermarket or a Woolies, and then stick on top of that a Kmart and a Target together. And I guess for England, you'd kind of have an Asda with an Asda on top of the Asda. So that's just a couple of the countries that I can kind of point out for you. Big stack of toilet roll here as well on sale, 269 rubles. But this is a big place. I mean, on top of the fact that you're in Russia's largest shopping center. So walking up to the food court, I thought I'd just point out something I noticed that was a little bit interesting here. The KFC is closed. So they have announced that they were leaving Russia. So different malls, it's a little bit strange because some are open, some are closed, which I really can't kind of get a bit of a grasp on that. So, but this was the former site of the McDonald's. It's now called Vkusnoye Tochka, which means tasty, period. And it's alive and kicking. It's actually got a fair line of people here. So in Russia, we love to use the self-checkout functions coming to the things like KFC, Burger King, which was McDonald's, but plenty of people here waiting to make an order. Somebody waving. I just actually had a burger myself, but I didn't film it for the video. But yeah, you order and then your pickup's right there. So plenty of stuff and plenty of people. So a couple of months down the track, there's still people wanting Vkusnoye Tochka here in Moscow. Actually, being that we're in the largest shopping mall in Russia, there's a lot of people in here eating all sorts of different food. So not just at the Vkusnoye Tochka, but check out the food court here. It's actually a massive place. This is up on the fourth level of the shopping center. And here, kind of on both sides, it's nice and busy. Now, as I walk around just a little bit more here, I didn't want this video to run too long. I really wanted to focus on going to see H&M and how it was after it reopened and how many people were going to be coming to H&M. So we've obviously seen that. There's a lot of people in line, and this is kind of, what's that, like 2 days later than when it actually opened. So there's still people willing to wait to go shopping after months of it being closed. So yeah, would you line up for clothes if you know that a few months from now your favorite shop in your city or state or country was going to close essentially forever? Would you line up? Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure if I would quite do that, but I guess it's just a thing that people have an affiliation with the brand and they want to shop there. So yeah, interesting. So just looking from this upstairs level here, you can definitely see more shoppers here at Avia Park. It's a very well-known shopping center, of course, the largest one in all of Russia. So there's definitely more people here today than the last few different shopping malls I've been to. If you've watched the channel, you're already a subscriber, you'll know the difference here. You can definitely see a lot more people out and about and more people with shopping bags and more active. Now, I'm pretty sure these are almost a thing of the past around the world, but this is actually a travel agency in a shopping center. This is actually TUI here. They've got this kind of shop called Fun and Sun, but it's literally, of course, it's empty. There's actually one lady in the back there, but all the booths don't have any staff on the go. But now in the current times where it's difficult to get visas, being Russians, it's difficult to fly anywhere because there's limited flights. Pretty sure this travel agency will be slowly disappearing. Now, just for a point of reference, because of course a lot of people will always question when I'm filming this, it's currently 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening. Now, 8 p.m. on most midweek nights, you would get people coming to the cinemas, I think. And there is literally one lady coming out. There's a couple of people sitting there. Look, there's a couple more ladies. One of the cinemas must have just come out, but this is a 17-screen cinema here at the shopping center. And apart from the fact that it is very nice, it is also very empty. This is such a shame, in my opinion. I know a lot of people in the comments of other videos will, kind of welcome this, but the size of this place, the actual concession stand is like a shop in itself. So it's now a couple hours later from when I first started the video, so if you're watching it through from the beginning to the end, there is still a little bit of a line gathering here. It's now 8:30 in the evening, so it's quite a bit later than when I first got here, but there's still people lining up to go in. So you'd think with just a few they'd let them in, but they're obviously trying to basically just control the amount of people in the store, which I can understand that. They're all gathering around patiently, and the shopping mall's open late, so they've still got plenty of time to shop. Okay, everybody, so we've come to the end of the video. I hope you like this walk around. Essentially, it was to check out H&M, but I just thought I'd point out a few things as well, as we actually walk past an empty Uniqlo store on this side, and then Swatch over here, and Sephora just ahead of me. Yeah, so the idea of the video was to show that, of course, the store's reopened. People are lining up months after it closed. It reopened finally a couple of days ago. So yeah, what do you think? Let me know, please let me know what you think of this. It's obviously creating a little bit of mixed feelings, I guess, in the comments of other videos. I do read through all of them. I don't necessarily reply to everyone because there's so many. I'm trying to. So thanks everybody for watching. Traveling with Russell here in Moscow, Russia. I'm heading out towards the exit now. It's such a huge shopping center. It's kind of, you're better off getting to know your exits so you get closer to the parking if you drove here, or I'm going to take the metro and the train home, so I'm going to get off to my metro station as we walk past the empty Starbucks right here as well. So I wasn't intentionally trying to point these out, but they're in the video anyway. So yeah, post a comment, thumbs up if you liked it. Again, let me know what you think of the situation. Thanks everybody. I'm off on another adventure. Bye.